Hey guys, it's Mr. Byrne. Today we're going to work on whole number division. This is, again, something I know you've done before, but we're going to do a little review about it in case some of you guys did different methods or had trouble with it, because I know division's tough. So let's start with this problem over here. 104 divided by 2. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what ways we want you to work on this. So a lot of people come from elementary school and they have all these different ideas of how to divide. I'm not even up on all the different ways, but we're just going to do a normal division like this. Some people have the big 7. When we start getting into some of the other things we're going to learn this year for 6th grade, the big 7 doesn't really work anymore. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go with this one. And I'm going to remind you of how this works, just in case you're not comfortable with it. I get it, but I really want you to try this method. All right. So the first thing people always mix up is which side to put the numbers on. All right. This number here, the number that you're dividing by, is always the number that goes first. So it kind of just flips. So it's 104 divided by 2. So we're going to take 104 and we're going to divide it by this number out here. All right. So the way I always talk about reminding people how to do this is by covering up the numbers that you don't need. So we're going to start over here, the number closest to the 2, and divide it. So how many times can 2 go into 1? Well, 2 cannot go into 1. I know that, so I'm going to put a 0 placeholder right up here. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this paper over. And now it's how many times can 2 go into 10? Well, 2 goes into 10 5 times, right? We know those division facts. And this is the next step people always miss. So 2 times 5 is 10, right? So you can put your 10 down there and subtract. 10 minus 10 is 0. And now what do? We just have the 0, we're done? No, we have one more number. So I'm going to slide over again. And I'm going to drop that 4 down. And now I have to say, okay, how many times can 2 go into 4? And it's 2 times. So I'm out of numbers here. I could go on and on, but it's just going to add nothing at the end there. So what I'm saying is that 2 times 52 is 104. It's always good to double check. Let's double check just to make sure. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 5 is 10. Perfect. All right, so let's try another one over here, a little bit harder, and we might do one more after this. All right, so 6, remember to write it the right way, 624 divided by 6. Okay, time to cover it up. And you don't always have to do that, but sometimes it helps you remember. How many times does 6 go into 6? Obviously, 1. Okay, then we got to subtract what we did. All right, scooch over. How many times does 6 go into 2? Well, 6 can't go into 2. So I'm not just going to skip over this. I got to put that placeholder 0 right there. And, 6 times 0, there's nothing happening, so we can't do that. Okay, so I'm going to scooch over a little bit more. How many times does 6 go into 24? 6, 12, 18, 24, so 4 times. All right, and now we can drop both those down and go 6 times 4 is 24, 0. Once this number down here is a 0, that means you're done, unless you have more up here, but that means you're good. So again, let's check it. 104 times 6, so 6 times 4 is 24, carry that 2, 6 times 0, 0, and a 2 there, and 6 times 1 is 6. There we go. It's always good to double check because I can't tell you how many times I've mixed up numbers. All right, I want to do one more that's not going to come out as pretty, so let's do this. 7, 3, 2. All right. Now, looking at it, I know that it's going to go in evenly, right? Because it ends in an even number, and 2's there, so it helps to know those facts. But let's go ahead and get started on this one. So first up is 7 divided by 2. So how many times can 2 go into 7? Well, I know it doesn't because 7 is an odd number. So how many times can I fit 2 in without going over? So I can go 2, 4, 6. Well, 8 would take us over, so I'm going to just do 6. So that's 3 times. Okay, so then 2 times 3 was what? 2, 4, 6. And I'll put my 6 down here. And you can subtract that. So now instead of getting a 0, we're actually going to get a number here. So 7 minus 6 is 1. All right, we're going to scooch over. Let's bring this number down now. 13. Okay, well, 2 is not going to go into 13 even either, so let's figure out what's in there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that was 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, let's subtract that again. Now I have another one. Okay, let's slide it over. Bring this 2 down. 12. So I just did that actually, so I know that 2 times 6 equals 12. Whoops. And we got to a 0. No numbers left. Got to a 0 at the bottom. All right. It says that 366 times 2 should equal 732. So let's try it. 366 times 2. That's a 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 6. That's 12. Add my 1 in. There's a 3. Carry that 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus my 1 is 7. 732, 732. That's exactly what I wanted. I know that I went fast in this video, though. So, of course, you have your classroom teacher that you can ask. If you're at home right now, you can always message us. But you may want to go back and watch me do these math problems again, all right? Division is tricky. It takes a lot of practice. But as long as you're checking your answer afterwards and you make sure you get the right number, then you should be good. So let us know if you need help. Thanks, and good luck.